Hello comrades, and thank you for joining in. As always, if you don't have time to watch this video completely, or if you're only interested in watching one of those topics that I'm going to talk about, feel free to skip to that particular timeline. But first, before we get started, I would like to welcome many of you who have joined, because we've surpassed 15,000, actually even 16,000, and maybe even 17,000 subscriber mark by now, so thank you. And also, yeah, quite an achievement. 500,000 plus views, to be precise, almost 700,000 views on the Bugatti Chiron review. Kind of makes me happy, so thank you for that. Okay, let's get started with this Q&A, and let's start with the most important point, and as the title of this video may suggest, yes, I have left Ring Garage. Those who are following me on social media like Facebook and Instagram already knew it, and if you don't, then make sure to check out the description and follow me. You can get in touch with me and so on. Also, I gave some hints in the video that I released the day before yesterday that I have joined another company. Well, yes, the main point, I have indeed left Ring Garage, and although I really want to tell you about the reasons why and so on, but the point is I have something a lot better that I would like to invest my energy in. But this brings us to another important question. What's next? What's now? I should have thought about this before I started making this video, because there are actually a lot of things that I cannot talk about right now, but only for a couple of weeks. There are still, however, some things I can disclose, and they are pretty important so far. So first of all, yes, the name of the company is going to be Apex. Second thing is it's a completely brand new company, and I'm gonna tell you everything about it and so on and so on. The third thing is, the concept of it is pretty much similar to Ring Garage, means that we will have accommodations, we will have rental cars, and we will have a lot more things that we can offer you as an audience to look at, to watch at, check out all those cool cars and the adventures that we will be going through, and to the end customer, of course, to make use of the facilities and services and products and so on. At this point, I cannot, or I don't want to disclose the things such as location or the exact cars, but I can tell you that some cars will be only available to drive around, not on the track, because they are quite limited and a bit too expensive to risk crash happening. But I'll be flying to Nürburgring on 16th of February to start the whole documentation process. So what does this mean? I'll be vlogging daily and uploading the things daily. So thank God, I'll finally get rid of those comments from people who cannot even watch the first 10 seconds of the vlog and asking, when was this shot? When was this shot? That's kind of confusing. Well, if you watch earlier that date, you'll have the answer to your question. But nevertheless, that means that in the next 2 weeks, I'll do my best to edit and upload as many as important vlogs, because at this point I still have 100 of them, but since I only have 2 or 3 weeks, that means I'll be only able to release about 40 of them that I find really important. And after that, from 16th of February, but for you guys from about 23rd, I'll be shooting this whole amazing adventure. And yeah, you can see by the way I'm acting, I'm really freaking excited. And probably the most interesting part about this whole thing, of course it's a new venture, but what I'll be doing with you guys hasn't been done, well, yeah, pretty much hasn't been done yet, because yeah, we have a new building, we need to demolish some things, build some other things. I'll be sharing the whole complete process with you and actually asking you for input, because we have some things that we are thinking about, should we do this or should we do that, so you would actually have input on the way we're gonna structure this company. And some points I'll be asking you, should we get this car or should we get this car or whatever. There's so many awesome things. So I think for now it's the most important part. And there's one final thing I want to mention. We already have some cars will be purchased, but the main point is we will be open for business as of from the first day that the tourist farm or the Nürburgring will be open for public. So if you want to rent a car or book something, although I haven't disclosed any precise details, which I'll be doing in about 2 weeks, you can still feel free to email me and say, hey, I want to come over, I want instructions or whatsoever. I'm your man, you know it by now. Yeah, that's about it for this amazing, exciting announcement. I hope you're just excited as well as I am, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and if you think that I cannot answer them in public right now, feel free to send me an email. Okay, now let's get started to questions related to previous vlogs, and I think most important one, which was the vlog 49, why I explained why the vlogs are delayed. But before answering those questions, I want to say huge, and really, yeah, I cannot express it in words, but I have to try. Huge thanks to you guys for the amazing support and understanding. I was still like, somewhere deep inside my heart, I was afraid he would maybe not understand me or whatsoever, but Jesus, just read the comments yourself. I mean, it did a lot to me, and that made me keep going. But yeah, the most important questions that you had: did we sue Mr. 709? What did happen? Why didn't we sue? No, we did sue, but the problem is if you're gonna go down this official road to do it properly, legal, by the book, it takes shitload of time, really shitload of time. For example, one of the main things was him not paying invoices or causing damage, and then thereby we needed to invoice him for the damage issued. Well, the casual way to do that is you send the invoice, the customer has about a month time to pay it. After a month, you send the reminder. After another month, you send another reminder, and after that, you can go to a lawyer or debt collector, and then they will send the reminder. And after that, they send another reminder, and finally, after that, they will go to court. Well, actually, it's like a huge process that stretches the whole thing by, half a year? And we are currently at half a year, so it's pain in the ass and a lot of other things. Another important question that you have asked, but what is now actually the real reason why you started to upload those vlogs first? Of course, because the first reason that I gave to you is that I saw the situation coming like from way ahead of time, and I was afraid that things would become worse, and I stopped. Well, I didn't upload them because if something would happen, you get the deal. The thing, well, once it did happen, this whole freaking meltdown, and we had to deal with the whole fallout of this whole situation, there were still so many freaking things coming up every day from the things we didn't know about or whatever not. I mean, I can go on for hours, but the thing is, I was busy, digging out the company from the shit. And yeah, I just didn't have time to edit those vlogs and to share them with you. But we are where we are right now. And finally, for those who are wondering what is happening with Mr. 79 right now, well, I think this screenshot might illustrate this. Yes, this does mean that he is still free because he's hiding probably from the police or whatever not. And another thing that can illustrate the situation is this screenshot that shows that he's publishing and unpublishing all the time his Facebook profile, probably not to be found, or check out some facts, probably checking out on me. Hey, 709, if you're watching, hi, I hope you're doing pretty shit, to be honest, after all what you've done. And final, very valid point, I only had a couple of questions about that, but there was like the point number 4 that I gave in the vlog 49 that I wanted really to make sure you understand it, and that's always listen to the both sides of the story. And many of you said, hey, does that not contradict your story by now, because now it means we need to listen to 709's story? Yes, you actually do. I really, although it sounds stupid, I really want you to do that. Well, if you can reach this guy, I wish you lots of luck. But the problem is we had so many freaking issues after he left and whatever not, because he was spreading a shitload of lies about us. Well, about Ring Garage, because I'm not us anymore, but about the company and also about me. And people's nature is just being naive, being good, willing to help or believe the first person, especially if there's some kind of a sad story. Oh, Ring Garage was mine, but some angry Russian mafia took it away from me. And then everyone was thinking we were the assholes, but yeah, whatever. So that gave us a lot of trouble, and yeah. If you hear some incredible story, make sure to listen to both sides. And in this case, yes, I do invite you to listen to Mr. 709's story, because I'm freaking confident that he will not have the facts to support his story. And I do. Okay, so let's forget about this whole thing, because again, I'm very excited to the things that are going to happen. Let's move to some other questions that you've been asking related to other vlogs. And one of the first things that I still want to figure out myself, what was Anna's secret?
I want to tell you a secret.
Oh, secret time.
Without a camera.
Okay. To be honest, I forgot. And I asked her, and she also doesn't remember. So I'm sorry, I cannot answer it for you. Okay, next thing, obviously because of the financial mistake vlog, which shows that a car of Ring Garage has been crashed, a lot of new audiences asking me what does happen when you crash the car on the Nürburgring. I will not go into detail into that, because check out the first Q&A titled How Many Languages Do I Speak, where I explained this. So if you still want to know what's gonna happen, go there and there's the answer for you. Next, so many of the recent vlogs involve me showing you the simulators that we had, and of course a lot of questions were, what's the setup? So the setup was by simhouse.hu, .hu would sound strange, .hu from Hungary. It's a Hungarian company that plays the simulators as a demo product at our place. They cost about 30,000 euros, which I personally think it's too expensive for what you get, but probably it's just the market. You can check out all the details on the website. And another question that everyone was been asking, what is the game that the simulators are running? It's Assetto Corsa. It's also suitable to run iRacing, but yeah, we tried it once, but for some reason the simulator guys decided to stick to Assetto Corsa. That's it. That's the only thing I can tell you. For any other additional questions regarding simulators, just email those guys and they'll be happy to help you. Final question that I want to answer is regarding the carbon fiber wheels that you saw in the recent vlogs. And for those who have been following me on Boosted Boris on my personal social media know that I've been fined for those wheels. So what did happen? Yes, as a matter of fact, I did get fined for those wheels, and that happened on the very last day. No, on the last minute I was at the Nürburgring, because in somewhere October 2016 I was driving from Ring Garage to airport. Well, Alex was bringing me to the airport and got pulled over at Nürburgring Boulevard, so it was like the very last moment of 2016. Well, got pulled over by the police for the all-round checks. They checked the documents of the car and they found out that those wheels, the carbon fiber wheels, are 18-inch wheels, and the wheels that were in the documents of my car, well, actually Ring Garage company car that I had 15-inch wheels in it. And although those are just originally standard 18-inch BMW wheels on a BMW, but no, they're 18-inch wheels. But in the documents it says that I'm running 15-inch wheels, so you must be fined for that. Well, bureaucracy at its finest. So yeah, just some basic explanation about me getting fined. I also got a fine for not having a first aid kit in the car. I think it was about 15 euros, and the fine for the wheels was 50. Yeah, I think if I'm gonna crash that shitbox, the last thing I'm gonna need is a first aid kit. I'll probably be dead. Well, that's it for today, comrades. I hope you're just as excited as I am. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as much as I can. And if not, I would just say please send me email, because that question is way too sensitive at this point. But as I told you, in 2 weeks or slightly more, you will know everything. And I'm really excited, really fucking excited to take you on this amazing journey with me.